Hi everyone and happy Monday. We have a new planner page, the second one of the year, and it is from Worlds of Wonder. I'm going to be using Polychromos today for this one because it's quite a complex, detailed picture, and polys are quite good at sharpening up to a nice point so we can get into all the little details. And I am just going to get started. What I'm going to start with is some of what I think are the easiest bits. We're going to do these, some of this stonework on the bottom of these two islands. We're going to do all the ones that are stripy with this pencil. This is the raw umber. Okay, I'm going to do all of the little stones in various brown shades. I'm just going to block them in. I'm not going to do any shading on them because there are so many and they're so small. If I was going to do shading, for example, here it looks like this bit of rock is sticking out. I might make it darker at the bottom, a bit lighter on the top, but I'm just going to block it in because it's easier and it's a little bit small and complex, to be honest. So all the ones that are striped, whether they're in any direction, I'm going to do in this colour. The reason I'm doing it this way is because I don't want them all to be the same colour, and I think that if I pick them out by the way they're drawn, it just makes it a bit easier for you and for me to see which ones are which colour, because I'm not coming in too closely because we've got so much to do. So, and we're sort of dotting about over the page. So if I just say do all the striped ones in this colour, you should be able to do that. And if you need to, just press pause and catch up if you're colouring along, because obviously I am going quite fast and you might not be quite this fast at doing it. So there, I think, are all the striped. I'm just checking. Yes. Now we're going to do all the ones with dots on. Okay, so I'm going to choose a different colour. A different shade. I think we'll stick to the lighter browns for these, and then we might use the darker browns for some of this wood pieces. This is the brown ochre. Okay, and we're going to do all the ones with dots on. The dots seem to be at the bottom as if they're supposed to be maybe shadow, but I am just going to go for it, as I said, just colour it in plain. Just get some colour down. Now there's a lot of plain ones, more than I would like to colour all in one colour, so I may grab a couple of colours to do the rest. Because it's quite random, it doesn't really matter, you don't have to do them in exactly the same shades as me. Obviously you never do anyway, that's completely up to you, you might prefer a different colour, but I'm going to just try and do it a little bit so that we haven't got two colours the same touching. We may anyway, by the way Johanna's done it, but I don't think so. So it looks a little bit more patchworky sort of thing. So that's how I'm going to do it, and you can do it however you feel I'm just going to sharpen, however you feel it will work best. There we go. This is a bit fine work in here. Now I noticed that the small victories, there is a postcard set available, not on Amazon as far as I could see. Where did I find it? Did I find it on iMusic, I think? Anyway, I was having a look at it, and I usually get all of Johanna's postcards, partly just to show you, partly to colour, but some of them are way too small to colour in. So sometimes I send them blank to people without colouring, because they're obviously really pretty in their black and white form. And so that's that. But I had a look, and the small victories ones are so small. So basically I've taken like a whole page, you know, where some of the pages have got like 30 little designs on, and they've shrunk that whole page into postcard form, rather than taking maybe 4 of them or maybe even 1. It's like tiddly tiny from what I can see from the photos. So I'm not sure whether I'm gonna get them or not. It's a bit daunting, to be honest. I'm going to use the Bistre next. Give it a sharpen. Okay, Bistre. And we're going to just, I'm just going to start with this one here and move along. These rings, someone was saying to me about the rings and how they hurt their hands, and a couple of tips. One, turn the book so the rings are at the top, then your hand's never going to rest on it, but obviously you're going to end up colouring your book upside down. Or take them off and make it into a loose leaf book. I was so tempted to do that myself, but I think I might risk losing the pages, so that's my sort of worry, which is why I haven't done it. Obviously you could bind them in a different way. But also want it to be recognisable by you guys when I do a video. You might be asking me, what's this, where have you got these from, that sort of thing. I'm going to go under the house here. My goodness, that's a small space to fill. I think we would have been better off just having this island in the picture. That would have been nice, not all of this, or just this whale one, which I love. Now, oh yes, I was going to say the whale bit down in our bottom right hand corner here, I've actually done a video for that already. So you may be able to, can't quite work out what's going on under there. Oh, I think that's the support that I've just coloured in. Never mind. Yeah, I've done a video already for the whale in the book rather than in the planner. We'll have to make that really dark so I can colour over it. And so there is a video of the whale already, and I think I might have done this house, but I'm not sure. It might have been a different one on the page. There's two items on the, because it's a double page, isn't it? And there's two items on the double page that I've done as videos. Not sure what the other one was. I'm sure it was one with the balloon, but I think there's two. It might have been the other one. I'm not sure now. But so if you want to have a look at that, you're welcome, obviously. And it might be a bit different to what I do with the whale on this page, on this version. So it's quite nice to have a second opportunity to do a picture, particularly if you feel you haven't done it to your best ability. I quite like the version I've done. It came nowhere near some of the amazing versions. I think it's Cherry Colours that did the most wow version of this page, but I'm not trying to replicate that. I'm just doing it my own way. As much as it's lovely to admire other people's work, I try very, very hard not to feel daunted and feel I've got to copy it or try and do anything like as good. I can pick up tips, you know, look at it. What is it you like? Can you replicate some of those ideas, some of them, or one of them, or just a little bit of one? You know, is it the colour? Is it the techniques? Is it the materials they've used, etc, 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 rather than just looking at it and thinking, well, I'm rubbish, I might as well pack up and go home right now. No, don't do that. I'm going to sharpen again. Some people have been taught, you know, they've been to art school, so they've got, they know a lot more about techniques and things than perhaps those of us that haven't. Some people have been practicing for a lot longer than others. You know, I colour every day. I still don't come up to the standard of a lot of people, even some people that don't colour every day, but at least I'm having a go, practicing and enjoying at the same time. Looking for the Nougat, there it is. I'm going to colour in all the rest in the Nougat. Okay. Some people just have a better eye for colour, or they take a whole month on one page, which I just do not have the patience to do. Sometimes I take longer on some pages than others, but I do find that I will get bored if I spend too long on a page, so I know that I need to do it reasonably quickly so that I don't get bored. so that's good. Yeah, so there's all sorts of things, you know. I don't have a job apart from YouTubing and that sort of thing. It's not a proper job, is it? So I have more time to do this sort of thing than other people. So, you know, there's all sorts of reasons why some people might be better. So it's so important not to get daunted by looking at other people's fantastic work. Also, I sometimes look at someone's work and think, that's amazing. Then they do another piece and I think, wow, that's amazing. And another piece, and then I think, actually, you know, these pieces are all very similar. They've used the same technique for all of them. So what they've done, not that there's anything wrong with this, is they've found a technique that they like and works, and they use it every single time. So they're just practicing and improving their one technique, and therefore they're going to get better and better and better at it, and that's brilliant, and they can produce the most lovely work. But you might be trying different mediums, trying different colour schemes, that sort of thing, and so you're practicing a different thing every time, and therefore you're not going to get as good as quickly, because you're not just doing the same thing over and over. And for some people, doing the same thing over and over would be very boring. For other people, that's fine, that's what they enjoy. So, you know, we're all different in the way we're learning as well, so that will mean that our progress is different. Plus, some people might have problems with their hands, disabilities of some sort. They can't sit for long, can't, you know, the hands hurt, or all sorts of things that might impact. And remember that we're all colouring for different reasons. Most of us are not colouring to become the world's best colourist. We're colouring because we're enjoying it and for relaxation purposes. Right, I have finished my stonework, and now I'm going to use this brown. This is 177. Is it walnut brown? Yeah, this is the walnut brown. I'm going to use this for the wood. I know it's really dark, but I want it to look different to the stone. It's not really stone. I think it is dirt underneath the islands. So everything now that's wood, I'm going to do with this. So we've got starting over here with our tree. So yes, even the tree. Now, I'm going to use a limited colour palette for a lot of items on this page. So all the roofs will be the same colour, all the main houses, all their windows, that sort of thing. However, there's a lot of greenery, as we always get with Johanna, different leaves, trees, grass, all that sort of thing. Just looking. I'm going to do wooden doors on the houses as well, things like that. So I'm not going to do one green, or else it's going to look a bit samey, but I might do all the grass the same, certain leaves the same, trees, I don't know yet. But let's do this ship with a wooden mast. Yes, so there's going to be a lot of similar colours, partly to make it a bit easier. When you've got a 120 set of Polychromos to choose from, it's quite hard to keep making new decisions to which colours to use. So keeping it the same makes it a bit simpler. Thinking these are all sort of wooden posts, and then we'll make a colourful sail on the ship. I want to call it a junk. I don't know why. I don't know if it is. I know there's a type of boat. It's not a ship, is it? It's a boat. I can't remember the difference. I don't think it's size, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's a boat, not a ship. Anyway, someone might know. It doesn't matter. So it's sort of wooden framework under our houses, and now we've got this tree. Now I would turn your book around to do this. Don't rest your hand on the ring like I'm doing, because it hurts. It doesn't hurt that much though. Another thing is you could put something on top of there, like thinking like the edge of a book like this. You could lean on the book instead of the ring. Oops, I'm going to try it like that. It just pushes the book away. it probably would work if I was a bit more patient. Oh, my nose decided to run then. But anyway, having a small pencil doesn't help because you have to get your hand really close to the paper. Oh, I'm nearly there. Am I still in the middle? Yeah. Now, I know it's not like me. Now I've got a door in my tree and I've been doing all my doors the same colour as this wood. So I'm not going to colour that door that colour. It'll have to be a different colour so it stands out. What have we got here? I'm thinking this little platform here and the sort of base of the house I'm going to do in this colour too. And the sort of platforms that they're on. I mean, why would they be wood, for goodness sake? Oh, there's a bit under here, look, that I've missed. Can you see? I'm just going to grab the Nougat and just colour that in. You've probably noticed before I did. There we go. Now, oops, let's do the now remember I coloured in a bit of this by mistake. So let's hope that I can put some colour down, get it looking about right. Now I thought this page would take me ages and ages, but I think, what is that? Yeah, I think that is a bit of the supporting thing there. I think because I'm using a limited colour palette, it's not going to take me quite as long as I had predicted, which is nice. Now I have seen lots of ways of doing the background for this page too. So with sort of clouds and sky or sort of green, all sorts of things. I'm not sure. I might use a little bit of blue pastel clouds, something like that, not sure yet, but I'm going to make this sort of step bit a little bit lighter. It's the same colour, just a bit less so that it just stands out a bit. I'm going to make that lower bit darker, where it might be catching the light, like that. I just got to wipe my nose, sorry, I haven't got much more of this to do anyway, of the brown. But yeah, I haven't got my soft pastels in here, but I'm going to go and get a coffee in a minute when I finish this episode. So I'll go and grab them. So I think our washing line, oh, and our flagpole. There we go. Oh, door. I'm just scanning around, seeing if I've missed. I think that's it. Not entirely sure. Right, we've done a lot of brown. Should we do a different colour? I think it'd be nice, wouldn't it? I'm thinking roofs, and I'm thinking grey. It's not a very exciting colour, is it though? Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the warm grey 5. Mine's quite small. Warm grey 5, and all the roofs. Now I think the chimney pots will be done the house colour. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. My pencil is so small that I'm so close to the... going to do that bit as a roof on the top of that little porch on our lighthouse. I think I'll leave the lighthouse though. There is a lovely lighthouse. Isn't there a lighthouse on an island on this page, which I've seen coloured beautifully as well, just on its own? Not sure, can't remember now. There's a train going by. There's a lot more trains running again this week because well, the sort of Christmas is over, I guess. I don't know if they had a temporary timetable. Well, they certainly didn't run any trains Christmas Day and Boxing Day, I don't think. There's a few cancellations due to flooding. They've had a lot of rain this week. Yeah. I was checking, oh there's another bit there needs to be brown. I was checking the news just now to see what it was like. There's a little bit of flooding in our area. I'm going to make that brown ochre. It doesn't really matter which colour it is. There we go. Yeah, there's a little bit of flooding near our rubbish tip, recycling, whatever you call it, waste. I think we tend to call it the tip, but council call it the, what do they call it? I don't know. I can't think. But anyway, luckily we don't need to go there. But I'm assuming it must be accessible from one direction because the rubbish collections are still happening. I'm going to do that across bit on the chimney, this colour. But anyway, we haven't, luckily in our town we're okay. But some other areas of the county have got some flooding. But the areas that tend to flood anyway, not that I'm saying that makes it better, but the residents know what to do. You know, some of them have had to leave their homes and things like that and go and I think that is a roof bit on that window, and have to go and go to sort of centres to stay the night, you know, away from home because the homes aren't safe to be in. But yeah, the weather is supposed to, I think it's supposed to not rain so much now but get cold. And in fact my Facebook memories this morning was snow. I was talking about snow. Right, I'm thinking I want to use this for the windowsills as well. Gosh, that window's got curtains, and this one. Wow, tiny. Do we have any other? No. Right. Let's do our windows. Let's get some light into this picture. So I am thinking this yellow. This is 107. It's teeny weeny. It is the cadmium yellow. Yes, you might have thought I would have got some new Polychromos, some longer ones for Christmas. I didn't need to because I have got some. I just haven't swapped them over yet. So bright yellow windows. So this one, which I think looks like a church, gonna do the lighthouse light and a little bit of lighter yellow around it like that, and the little windows in the tower. And these little tiny ones, little tiny, and we've got a round window. I'm trying to think about what colour to colour the houses. I often do them cinnamon to make them look a little bit brick-like, or Pompeian red, Venetian red, one of those sorts of colours. Thinking I might do that again. This window, now in between leaving the curtains. I'm not sure what we're going to do with the curtain. That's a bit brighter, isn't it? Now let's get that red. I'm thinking the Pompeian red. Oops, I just tapped my finger on the wall. Now again, these are small areas and I'm not zooming in, so I'm just going to block it in with the Pompeian red, and I'm going to do the main part of the houses and the chimneys. Okay, and I'm going to try and get it quite dark like that so you can really see it. And I'm going to do this little porch on the lighthouse. I don't know if that is what it is or if it's a little house. Now lighthouse, I would say red and white striped, so I'm going to use this red. So I'm going to start on the second stripe up, and my aim is to fade this red towards the middle to try and make this look more rounded, because the lighthouse is usually round, like a tube. What's the word I'm looking for? Not cone. Oh, for goodness, cylinder, for goodness sake. So there we go. So you've got some red, which is rather nice, I think. I can't even see if you can see. Yes, you can. I want to do a red sail on the boat, but I'm not, because it's going to be too similar to the houses. We'll do something a little bit different on our boat to make it just look. I want to add some colour, even though, you know, even though I'm keeping a lot of it the same, it doesn't mean I don't want colour in it. Chimneys. And a little house. Now I realise we've done nothing on our little whale bit either, but there's no houses on that one. Or rocks. Well, there is some stones, but not like the dirt that's on these. So. Did a Christmas picture yesterday. Not ready for Christmas to end. It's the 5th of 5th. Is it the 5th today? Yeah. I think it's the 5th, 12th night, or is it the 6th? I think it's the 6th. I'm supposed to take the decorations down, and I feel sad because I like them. I want them up. Can I keep them up all year? I'm going to keep the lights up, the fairy lights that we have around the windows and that, because they're just lovely. I'm going to keep those up, but obviously I will have to take the Christmas tree down and that sort of thing. I tend to keep some of the card strings up, and we use them for birthday cards and stuff, so that's nice. But we'll take the Christmas cards down. I want to do a red flag as well, but I won't. Maybe I'll do the flag and the boat in the same colour. Boat, the sail. Doing the chimney. Yeah, so yeah, I feel sad. I always feel sad. I like my Christmas decorations. Sometimes I try not to put them up too early, because I sometimes get to a point where I haven't done this house, where it's I feel like it's messy and I want to tidy up, but it is dusty on my stairs. I've got some lights on my stairs, but they've been there all year, since last year, and I'm going to take them down this time because it's really hard to dust around them, and next year I'll find somewhere different to put them. I'm quite tempted to put them in here actually, but I think if I put them on they might cast strange shadows over my pictures when I'm filming, and I only film in here, I don't use it for anything else, so probably not a good idea. There's some bits of grass down here, but they're too teeny. I'm just colouring over them in the house colour. There's some slightly bigger ones which there is a space in to colour, which I'm leaving, but some of them are just black lines and I'm ignoring those. We're going to go up and do this house because I forgot it. I knew I would. So there is, and the chimney with this colour. I think I've done all this red now. I'm just checking. Yeah. And I'm going to go back to my yellow. Remember the cadmium yellow to do the window on this one. And then our warm grey 5 for the roof and the windowsill. I think I might do this ribbon in the same colour as the sail and the flag. It's quite nice to sometimes tie a colour across several sections of a picture. I think it's going to need to be quite dark because I've just coloured over it in grey. What should we do? Should we do a really dark purple? I think I'm going to just do it now. Let's use this mauve. This is really dark. I'm going to start with the ribbon. I'm going to sharpen it. I want to sneeze. I don't want to sneeze. My nose wants to sneeze. It's tickling. Oh. There we go. And then this sail on the boat. I might sort of fade it a little bit towards the top. I don't think that's how it should be, but why not? I'm sort of thinking I might avoid doing too much blue because I'm going to do some blue in the background. And the flag, I'm wondering whether to do the washing this colour as well. I can have a look at what it is in a minute. I can definitely do at least one item. I've got a scarf, a towel. Yeah, I'm going to do all the washing and the curtains. And we're going to do some of that balloon as well. I think maybe every other one of these top stripes. Now for a sphere you should really do it darker on the edge and lighter towards the middle to make it look spherical rather than flat. This is a very small one, and I'm not really doing any shading in any other part of the page because it's small, so I'm not going to worry about it. There we go. Now I think I'm going to do some yellow in that balloon as well. This is our cadmium yellow. Yellow goes quite nicely with purple, so I think it will work. I'm going to do that thick one. I think if I try and do that thin one you won't see it, like that. And then I'm going to use the red, the Pompeian red that I've been using for the rest. And then it'll tie in with the picture because we've got quite a limited colour palette. Our whale is going to be a different colour. Not massively though. Whales are grey, aren't they? Or blue? Yeah, I said I was avoiding blue. We've got some water. I've got to decide what to do with that. And we've got some flowers. I think I'm just going to do that stripe and these flowers in an orange. This is 115, which is our dark cadmium orange. I think orange and purple works. It doesn't really look that orangey anyway. And we'll do these flowers. And there's a few other flowers as well. We're going to do them all the same colour, just to keep up our limited colour palette idea. I'm just blocking it in, trying to make it quite solid actually, so that they stand out. And these look, they're hanging down. Right, I'm just going to sweep the page off, and I'm going to stop there because I need a coffee, and we can do some greens and things next time. But I think, yes, I think that'll do for today. There's quite a bit, isn't it, really? I've got to decide whether to do my water blue or green, and I'm thinking maybe I'll do it a phthalo green rather than blue and keep the blue for the sky, maybe. But anyway, I'll grab my pastels and things like that, and stencil ready for tomorrow's session. But now I am done. I know I haven't finished the lighthouse and finished the top of this house, but we'll get that done next time. And I haven't done these tree trunks. Great. Anyway, I will get round to doing it, but for now, thank you so much for watching. I do hope that you have a super day and happy colouring.